Hey, this is Nathan Finochio from the Royal Roll, and I would like to talk to you about the joy of Advent. Probably my favorite Christmas story is the novel by Charles Dickens, Christmas Carol. And what I love about Christmas Carol is that, firstly, I think it's one of the most overt gospel messages out there. But secondly, I love the conversion of Ebenezer Scrooge. It's absolutely mind-blowing. And G.K. Chesterton, when he was kind of commenting on Dickens' novel, he made this really profound statement. I'm going to just sort of summarize, but he just said that Scrooge was not converted away from the punch bowl, but he was converted to the punch bowl. And Christianity really is a conversion to joy. It's not a conversion to a type of life like the aesthetic life. There are times of denial, there are times of discipline, etc. But really, we get this glimpse of Scrooge where he's so happy to be alive that he just starts to freak out, and he starts to celebrate life. He celebrates turkey. He celebrates friends, family. He celebrates, Christmas and the holiday, and really that's really the heart of the gospel, is that it's actually a turning to or a conversion to joy. I think that joy is probably one of the things that are missing. If I could be so bold, that joy is often one of the things that is missing from many Christians. That we maybe don't understand joy, or maybe we don't necessarily live joyful lives or celebrative lives. I think sometimes Christians have a very hard time rejoicing. Not just like that Pauline idea of rejoicing in terrible circumstances or rejoicing in everything, but more so just being somebody who is just absolutely excited about life and excited about God and excited about Jesus and excited about the future, etc. And so the joy of Advent is really ultimately prophetically about the return of Christ. Gabe kind of touched on it in the hope of Advent. What we need to be as Christians are the people who celebrate the greatest. We have the best news ever. And, I would encourage you to watch A Christmas Carol this Christmas season and just watch what happens to Scrooge. He takes nothing for granted. He takes nobody that works for him for granted. He takes no relative for granted. He takes just no small thing for granted. And it's because he has fresh eyes. And it's sort of, he's living anticipatory. Sort of that eschatological anticipatory living, where it's like, wow, we've won, we're going to heaven, but now we have Jesus, and we're anticipating the best that's yet to come. And from that joy of anticipation, that joy that we will experience fully in the eschaton, but still a joy that Christ has saved us, that we have been forgiven, that Christ has come, that God is for us and not against us, and that we have Emmanuel, God with us. We sort of have the right as Christians to live these Ebenezer Scrooge lives, that we wake up from this nightmare, the materialistic nightmare, and the pessimistic nightmare, the predeterministic nightmare, and we awake to a freedom and a joy that the world desperately needs. And it's a genuine joy. It's a genuine joy in the hope of the gospel. And I would just encourage you this Advent season to remember the joy. Watch that movie and rehearse the joy that you have, and really enjoy Christmas this year. Enjoy one another. Enjoy the punch bowl. Enjoy the turkey. God bless you.
Come on, we're gonna sing it.